D2C, or direct to consumer companies, have become a mainstream part of our lives in the last 10 years. From a customer's POV, D2C companies are the companies that exist only on the internet. We have seen the rise of many such D2C companies in the last 1 decade.
The Bernstein report, which talks about the D2C market touching about $100 billion by 2025, or a KPMG study, which talks about India being home to more than 800 D2C brands as of 2021. And 1 of 3 e-commerce users is Gen Z, small towners who are big fans of Reels, and the Gen Z who are reportedly spending 8 hours online every day.
And it has only propelled towards a more significant growth during and after the pandemic. The companies that were at the helm of this change 7-8 years ago had an early mover advantage and are dominating the market currently in their respective sectors. Today, we are going to talk about one such company, boAt. The key questions covered in this marketing case study are: what is boAt? What are the advertising and marketing tactics leveraged by boAt for such a vertical growth in the industry? Then I'll tell you my favorite and one of the biggest advertising campaigns by boAt in 2022. And finally, as advertising and marketing students or professionals, what can we learn from the strategies used by boAt? So let us sail through all these questions right away. boAt was started by Aman Gupta, the beloved shark of Shark Tank India, and Sameer Mehta, both investing rupees 15 lakh each and around 2 years of market research from 2014 to 2016 to bring boAt to the market. During this time, they realized some key pain points of the Indian market in the audio sector. Some of these pain points are the need for a tangle-free cable, need for a longer cable, metal instead of plastic earphones, and to top it all off, an affordable pricing with all these features. Not just that, a whole new market was about to open up after the launch of Apple AirPods in 2016. Anyway, now these are not really out of the box pain points, but it takes efforts to understand the day-to-day requirements of the customer and solve these issues. Now, as we know, boAt went on to dominate in the Indian market, become the 5th global wearable audio brand, sign brand partnerships with the biggest fishes in the sea, and become a case study in the prestigious Harvard University. So how did boAt navigate through the hyper-competitive Indian market, win accolades as well as market share, everything in less than 6 years? Let's understand the advertising and marketing strategies of boAt that made them better than others. To make your business reach such a high scale of success, watch this video till the end to learn the lessons that you can apply for yourself. Now, the first thing that Aman focused on was understanding the subculture. So what is subculture and why is it so important? Subculture is basically a subgroup, as in a smaller group within a group with its own specific culture. This subcultural analysis helps the marketer to map a subcultural group, as in understand the motivation, attitude, and perceptions of that group. This subcultural analysis of a subculture can be based on a number of variables, say like regional subculture, that is a group based on a specific area. Then there's religious subculture, like Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity, Islam. And then there's occupational subculture, pretty self-explanatory. And then there are subcultures based on age, social class, etc. To understand this subculture better, let me give you an example. Say there are 2 middle-aged men, Mr. Punjabi Singh from Punjab and Mr. Gujarati Shah from Gujarat. Now, even though they are from the same country, India, their choices and lifestyle will be vastly different according to their respective regions, Punjab and Gujarat. Now, although they are both Indian, Mr. Singh and Mr. Shah belong to different regional subcultures. But at the same time, their kids, Rohan Singh from Punjab and Rohan Shah from Gujarat, even though they lead different lifestyles at their home, their subculture based on age is the same. They're both active on social media platforms like Instagram and Snapchat. Probably they both listen to AP Dillo songs, or they're both watching the latest Bollywood movies. This is how people can be segmented based on their region, age, or other subcultures. So when a new company boAt wants to frame a marketing strategy, all they need to do is choose a subculture, focus on the likes of that subculture, and make their presence known across that specific subculture. In this case, say social media platforms, singing concerts, tie-ups with the latest Bollywood movies. All of this caters to the segmented market as neatly as possible. Now, taking the understanding of this subculture, boAt defied the generic marketing gimmicks and was able to be a part of the lifestyle of its target audience. For example, instead of making product-centric ads, boAt made music videos, subtly placing their product for Rohan Singh, Rohan Shah, and such similar audience. While product placement in movies is nothing new, a newbie company primarily making music videos instead of product-centric ads was unheard of in the Indian advertising market. The second focus point was to stay relevant continuously. While Aman Gupta was 35 when he started the brand with little to no knowledge of marketing, he chose to follow his gut, even if it meant taking some drastically outward decisions. In one of the bold moves to remain relevant in the targeted audience, that is millennials and Gen Z, he made sure that his entire marketing team was 20 to 25 years old. So much so that whenever a team member crossed the relevant age bar of 25, they were promoted to other departments. boAt further emphasizes on the need of a hyper-focused, relevant age to marketing team to make sure that they never lose touch of the changing perceptions of their targeted consumers, that is millennials and Gen Z. Not only does this benefit the brand by keeping them in sync with the new age brand language, but also acts as a guiding light when they are taking bigger marketing bets, like partnering with Bira, collab with Sunburn, and of course becoming the first brand to sign up and organize a concert with the Indo-Canadian singer AP Dillon. The third focus point was signing multiple brand personalities. This is an interesting point that we need to address. Friends, since the 1960s till 2015, right before the boom of internet companies, video advertisements mainly meant TV commercials. Mr. Bachchan selling Hajmola to Mr. Shah Rukh Khan selling LG products. But with the boom of free internet in 2016, thanks to Jio, the content consumption increased and the patience of the audience decreased. People started consuming more and more content from Instagram and YouTube. So the advertisements that lasted months as TV commercial got old school in a matter of a few days. Now, while the marketeers across the industry were still catching up with this shift, Mr. Aman Gupta had the foresight to predict a scenario like this. Even before the term snackable content became relevant, he met multiple marketeers and expressed his keenness to not just have 2 brand personalities or 3 brand personalities, but hire multiple film stars, cricketers, musicians across the country and make them the brand ambassadors for boAt. But that costs a lot of money, right? Mr. Gupta brought multiple upcoming superstars on board boAt, who were not yet mainstream in their fields and were yet to prove their mettle as superstars. So as these people grew in their respective fields, so did the brand value of boAt. Now, instead of making just 1 or 2 ads with these rising celebrities, boAt made multiple 15-20 seconders and released a new ad almost every week. Furthermore, boAt frequently collaborated with multiple influencers for the launch of any new product, keeping the social media flooded with new content. This is how, with the understanding of the marketing and segmentation of the targeted subculture, the keenness to stay relevant continuously, and predicting the rise of more content and therefore hiring multiple personalities as brand ambassadors, boAt hit all the right notes, increasing their aspirational value much more than their competitors and making them one of the most conversational brands on the internet. Now let's quickly talk about the biggest creative advertising campaign by boAt that became the talk of the town in 2022. That campaign was The Unheard Break. On World Music Day last year, that's June 21, 2022, boAt brought all the ad spaces between 4 to 6 pm on Gaana.com. What does this mean? To everyone who listens to music online on Gaana, Spotify or other such platforms, if you're using the free unpaid version, there are audio ads after every few songs. But on World Music Day, boAt purchased and blocked all these ad spaces, so no one, including boAt themselves, can stream any ads, thereby giving their users an uninterrupted audio experience for free. Furthermore, they publicized this creative campaign across all social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat to create a buzz and associate the brand with World Music Day permanently. I mean, from now onwards, just like how I wait for Dairy Milk's advertising campaign to be out in Diwali, I'm also going to wait with bated breath for boAt's campaign on World Music Day. Now moving on to the lessons that we can learn as marketing students or professionals. First, the strategies used in the past to build a brand are a reference, not a roadmap. The changes happening in all the aspects of our life after the boom of internet is huge. So don't hesitate to cash in on new idea with new strategies, because what might have seemed safe business only a few years ago might be obsolete even before you know it. Had boAt relied on the traditional business methods, you and I wouldn't be sitting here talking about it. Second, I'm attaching the link to an episode of one of my favorite podcasts, Advertising is Dead, where Aman Gupta discusses his thought process with Varun Dugirala when he was building boAt. Such insights are very hard to come by, so do watch it and let me know what you think. Lastly, I'm attaching a link of the TEDx talk of Dr. Terry Wu, where he talks about neuromarketing. Friends, this is exactly what you should be watching if you want to develop creative advertising and marketing strategies to influence the decision making of consumers. Check it out in the description below. That's all from my side, guys. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to the channel and let me know what other brands do you want to know about in the comments below. Thank you.